Articulation Radio. Articulation.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another informative and entertaining episode of Articulation Radio. I am your host, the Honorable Joaquin Mann. You know how we do things here at Articulation Radio. We will start off the day's episode by taking a glance at the news headlines, and today's news segment is sponsored by bepublished.org.
These are three of the news headlines and events I saw today, Thursday, May 19th, 2021, when visiting EliteValuesNews.com. More and more Americans are expressing frustrations over the reinstatement of mask mandates as COVID-19 cases continue to rise due to the latest variant. Private sector facilities support in Japan exist for people displaced from Ukraine. The Support Center for Refugees Japan, Support R, is scheduled to open on today, May 19th, 2022. And despite the $11 million lawsuit, Tekashi 6ix9ine now may be facing additional charges of cyberbullying, harassment, and death threats that he has made against one of the plaintiffs in that 2018 robbery case. Those are three of the news headlines and events I saw when visiting EliteValuesNews.com. Be sure to check us out any minute within any hour because, as you know, so much happens in this world of ours. And the staff at Elite Values News makes it a point to keep you abreast of as much as possible. Check us out right now and feel free to hit refresh anytime you want under any category because we report in multiple categories. So check us out. I'm Goddess Sage reporting live.
Looking for the latest news? Visit Elite Values News. EliteValuesNews.com has all the latest news and information. Check out the headlines hourly. EliteValuesNews.com. Visit now.
Do you want to be published? Are you looking for a high-quality, low-cost way to be published with a fast turnaround? Visit bepublished.org to publish today. www.bepublished.org. bepublished.org. Publish today. Books, movies, and music. Listeners, we love you, we hear you, and I am the man who's happy to be here with you today on this another nice episode of Articulation Radio. We have a topic that we're going to cover today, so open up your ears.
Gotta
PeopleWarmer.com. Book your travel today. PeopleWarmer.com. Wherever you want to stay. PeopleWarmer.com. Book everything you need. PeopleWarmer.com. Go ahead whenever you please. And if you need advertising, marketing, and promotions, add on an S and head on over to PeopleWarmers.com. That's PeopleWarmers.com. PeopleWarmers.com for all your media relations, public relations, marketing, advertising, and promotional needs. PeopleWarmers.com.
I first would like to introduce a special visitor with us this evening.
Man. Every time I began to explain how hard it is to be me, I get ready to express myself, but then I get the vibe that they don't even want to hear me. But I got the voice that is powerful. See, I was transformed into focus, giving faith, only knowing ultimately that one day I would succeed. But my dreams are my dreams, and for those that don't believe, watch me.
Too black, too strong, too strong.
My friends, and it's like that. Yeah, it's like that. They thought I couldn't do it. Well, I'm back again. Break it down, twist it up, and blow it in the wind. Lean back to the side, and let your seats recline. I'm about to give you this dope dish to ease your mind. A monster was made of me to one day have the wisdom to defeat the evil beast. And it looks nothing like me. A enhancement of enchanting beauty, a real queen who stands before thee, conquering all emotional thoughts through my tears. For those who ever marked me shall bow at my feet. And to you that may seem speechless to expose your feelings towards me, your mouths will be made open to prove you never doubted me, but was just unsure of my worth. Guidance of your heart will soon be mine, and I am then made to say that I am truly one of a kind. You snakes in sheep's clothing, beware, for I call and hunt you out in despair. That you have defiled me as your queen, and now you are made a disbeliever that is unprepared for focus. Truth spoken, I am she that lies beneath her lyrics. Born ahead of the game, proclaim my fame, ever spoke my name in destroyable blame. What a shame that you now have to catch up just to stay focused. Crown me, how dare you disbelieve in your queen?
Have you always wanted to start a business but can't seem to get it off the ground? Need help building a website? Contact The Conglomerate 972-880-8316 or visit theconglomerate.work. TheConglomerate.work. Theconglomerate.work 972-880-8316. Start your new business today.
ArtistReview.com. All artists need a platform. The Artist Review makes sure you have the one you need to put your work in front of your fans. ArtistReview.com. ArtistRevue.com.
Today's episode of Articulation Radio was kicked off with my boys, Stonekeepers featuring Revel Day with At the Horizon of Love. And after that, you heard my girl Queen Focus putting it down, Miss Kiki with that Disbelievers. Now before my girl, my heart, come on, and Goddess Sage, we play that Good Morning Heartache, that Billie Holiday song. And of course, Goddess Sage has her own version of it. Got Myra Mills on piano, Goddess Sage on vocals, coming from her second CD. You know she got 3 of them out, but this is from her second CD, Arrows Emancipated. But before she come on and give you these tips, people, after I play her song, she's going to come on, give you these 36 tips. Well, really, we're calling it 6 tips for emotional health. We really wanted to bring you this episode first Friday in May because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. But of course, we have this episode and another special episode for you on next week. This one coming out here on Thursday, the one next week coming out on Wednesday. So we have some things for you, people. We have some things for you. But anyway, these 6 tips are really 36 tips. Like I told you, just stay tuned, baby. Stay tuned. Gonna have Goddess Sage come on, give you those 6 tips for emotional health. And that's gonna be right after I play Good Morning Heartache by Goddess Sage. And then once she's done with those tips, I'm going to come right on back, keep the music flowing for you, baby, because I love you like that. I love you like that, and I want you to have a better life, baby. That's why we're doing this for you. This is beyond May. This is about making your life better every day. How about that? Starting today. Let's do this. Here's this cut. Here comes Sage, and I'll be right back.
You are listening to Articulation Radio. Head on over to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts.
Would you like a motivational speaker to come to your company or organization to speak to your group? Visit lifespurposeministries.com. That's lifespurposeministries.com.
Good morning, heartache. You old lonely sight. Good morning, heartache. Thought we said goodbye last night. I tossed and turned until it seemed you just leave me alone. I've got those Monday blues straight through Sunday blues. Good morning, heartache. Here we go again. Good morning, heartache. You're the one who knew me well. Might as well get used to you hanging around. Never. So good morning, heartache. Do sit down. Have tea with me, but do go, please.
I would first like to ask, how are you? These past couple of years have been especially hard and truly emotionally tumultuous for all of us on some level at some point. And we all are still grappling with the effects of not only the trauma that we've experienced, but also the stress that we have experienced and the loss that we have experienced. So, despite these things, we know that we must not only go on, but make it a point to be the best person we can be for ourselves and for those with whom we come in contact, especially those whom we love. With May being Mental Health Awareness Month, I would like to take this time to share with you 6 tips on how you may improve your emotional health, as well as share with you some of the things that I have done as well to improve mine and to keep myself good and steady and still optimistic, hopeful, happy, and willing to help others. So I will first read to you the tip, and then, of course, I'll add on some other things to it. Number 1, connect regularly. By connecting regularly, I would like for you to make it a point to find things that you would like to be involved in, get involved in them, and schedule it to where it's once a week, once every 2 weeks, something to where more than once a month you are able to do this thing. Okay? That's the thing of interest. The next thing for you to connect regularly with is your family and your friends, your loved ones. Connect with your loved ones. Make it a point to spend time with them. Even if it's just where each person once a week, you're making it a point to connect with a different person whom you haven't had a chance to see recently or talk to, and you make it a point to not only call them, but to arrange a time for you all to get together, and you actually keep it. So you'll be connecting on the phone and having your conversation and catching up, and you all will also be able to gather in person and socialize. And if you have it to where each person whom you love is able to talk to you once a week, and each person you love is able to see you at least twice a month, if not once a week, then of course you'll definitely be deeply connected and plugged in the way that is not only best for you, but also supports the mental health and the emotional health of those that you love too. And the third way I would like for you to connect regularly is with those things that you want to continue to do, the things that you're already doing that you want to keep up. Stay on top of that. If it's a business that you have that you're wanting to keep it going, keep it going. Make sure that you're regularly and daily working on it. If there is a project that you had already started, make sure that you continue daily working on that so that you may go ahead and complete it. Anything that you're already doing that you enjoy doing, even if it's just making it a point to spend time with your kids and go to the park, keep making sure that you do that while you add on these other things too. So again, number 1, connect regularly. Number 2, exercise. Many people recommend that you exercise for at least 60 minutes a day. For most people, that is not something they know they can fit into their schedule and consistently do. So what I would recommend is you exercise at some pace for some duration that you know you can do every day. Even if you're like, look, I know really all I can honestly commit to every day is barely 5 minutes. If I say 5 minutes, I can't even be guaranteed I'll get in the 5 minutes. So then that means you don't need to say you're going to exercise for 5 minutes a day. You can say that what you'll do is just get in 2 minutes of exercise every day. And as you know, if you've been doing nothing, anything you do is going to have a positive result. So you can just start out where you just exercise for 2 minutes a day, and you have the whole day to get the 2 minutes in. Even if all you do is 30 seconds here, or, 1 minute here, 1 minute, whatever it is, or just a whole 2 minutes and knock it on out and you're done for the day. But it's just consistently doing it every day, whatever duration you come up with, and you can always increase it over time. The next part about the exercise is making sure that before you exercise that you take the time to stretch. So yes, even if you are going to do the 2 minutes, you can have it to where if you're going to do it 2 minutes in one go, spend 30 seconds stretching, loosening things up. And then, of course, go through with your other minute and a half to just go through and knock it on out in your last 90 seconds. Just, go for the gusto. But I want you to first stretch before you get to doing any exercise routine. And also after, my third recommendation when it comes down to the exercise is making sure that after you exercise, you celebrate yourself, and not celebrate by eating a chocolate bar or anything like that. I want you to celebrate by doing something else that enriches you and that fortifies your health. And so that would mean whether it's going through and making it a point to drink 16 ounces of water right after you exercise, or right after you exercise, you make it a point to do meditation, whatever it is. But only you would know what you would want to do on each given day to reward yourself. Or even you may decide that for your reward, you're going to have it to where you, go to bed a little early that night instead of staying up. Or you may have it to where instead of your working as fast as you normally work, you'll make it a point to, just slow things down a little bit and, just give yourself a little bit of a slower pace so that you won't have that rush of adrenaline or won't have that extra stress on you. But only you know what it is that you can do to reward yourself and to better treat yourself. It may even be saying some affirmations to yourself afterwards and telling yourself, what a great job you did and how much better things are going to get, or how much better you're going to feel and how much better you're going to look, whatever it is. But only you know. The third recommendation that I have for you, the third tip, is sleep. Now, I'm sure that every week you're getting in as much sleep as you can, especially being that every day you may have things that have it to where you're not going to sleep on a regular schedule. So that will be the first thing I would recommend. Try to get on some kind of regular schedule. Even if you're like, oh, well, my schedule with work has it to where I may come in at this time or that time. But even with that, how it's kind of a pattern. So if you can I would say work with your body a little better and have it to where you kind of mentally prepare. Say for instance, instead of it being to where if you know that you're gonna have to get off work late tonight and then go into work early in the morning, instead of having it to where, you get off work and you do your regular routine that normally takes you a few hours to get sleepy and fall asleep, go ahead and just do something a little differently to where you do things to make sure you can go straight to sleep, whether it's drinking chamomile tea or listening to something that is, someone reading a story on audiobook in that monotone voice that just puts you to sleep, because no matter what they're saying, it's all the same and it's boring as heck, so that kind of thing, whatever it is. But, get yourself prepared mentally to assure that you can get the sleep that you need on a regular basis. And that means every night you need to make sure that you're getting a good amount of sleep. Now, second to that, of course, the good amount of sleep would be, it's recommended 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but different people are different. Some people, of course, are like, oh, I only need 2 hours. But for those people, I would say you think you only need 2 hours, but eventually your body will let you know. I used to be one of those, but eventually after you have so many strokes, then you'll realize that's the one thing that you're doing that is on the stroke warning list, and putting yourself there is not getting that sleep, but then you're doing all this work and handling all this stress, and no, absolutely not. You have to treat yourself better. So my thing is that I need for you to get at least 4 hours of sleep. And really, I would say 5. I need you to get at least 5 hours of sleep. And then that way you're getting your 5 hours of sleep. If you're able to get 8, great. But I'm telling you that 5 is going to make such a great difference, because as you know, when you sleep, your body heals. And this goes into the last things that I want to be sure to mention under sleep. Give your body and appreciate your body for healing each time as you're going to sleep, and whether you have it to where you say prayers before you go to sleep, or, whatever it is your ritual is, have it to where you intentionally thank your body for healing, and you even let your body know you give it full permission to go in and heal whatever needs to be healed, whatever is a part of your body that doesn't need to be, for it to freely remove it. It can starve it from any nutrients, whatever needs to grow and be better in your body, whatever is lacking, that your body can go in and start correcting that and making sure that it has the extra it needs, just whatever it is. But I would say definitely, for the last thing, be sure to show that gratitude to your body. Let your body know that you appreciate it, that you look forward to it healing and being its best, and that is why you want it to just optimize that sleep and go in deep. And that you look forward to waking up refreshed. And yes, you'll be able to enjoy that good, wonderful sleep. And that, as will have it to where you will wake up and not be as cranky, or, won't be as easily irritable, or even won't be as emotional. It won't be as easy for people to hurt your feelings, or whatever it is. But it definitely will make you stronger in more ways than one. Get your sleep, okay? Now, my 4th tip to help improve your emotional health is to practice mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, it's really just an awareness of what your mind is thinking and how your mind is processing and how you are handling things, being aware, being in tune with yourself. Make it a point to practice introspection. First of all, I want you to take time out, even if all you can do is take out a minute right now take out a minute and really think, what is it right now that I want in this moment? What is it right now that I need in this moment? Am I happy in this moment? What makes me happy in this moment? Am I sad? Whatever it is, and even if you're like, well, I know what I'm feeling is XYZ, then go in and try to understand, ask yourself, why do I feel XYZ? And why does ABC make me feel XYZ? And what can I do to assure that just in case ABC occurs again, how can I be sure that I'm the best XYZ to be able to keep enjoying this XYZ? So yes, just go in, be aware. Go in and know what it is you need, who you are, whose you are, why you are, what it is you need to do. Be mindful of you and your being. The other part of your practicing this mindfulness is I want you to intentionally reprogram those parts of your mind that need that redirection. If you know for a fact that you've noticed you complain a lot, and that because of the fact, or you may not even think you complain a lot, but you've noticed that people tend to think that things are just so messed up in your life. And you're like, no, everything's great. I don't even know why they think that. Maybe they think that because you're always complaining and you do it so much to where you don't even realize you're doing it. So how about for each bad thing that you can think of in your life, for each thing you don't like, each complaint, each negative experience, whatever it is that drags you down or holds you back or make you feel anything other than the greatness that you are, I would like for you to replace each of those negative thoughts with 3 positive thoughts. For every one negative, replace it with 3 positives, okay? That's going to be, even though it's the second step, it is just as important as that first step of being mindfulness, going in and having that, taking time out for that introspection, digging deep within. This here is just as important as that, because of course, as you know, you would not be happy dwelling in a place that makes you feel worse than you already feel, but you would readily run to a place that always make you feel better than any bad thing that you're dealing with. And when you are able to be that for yourself, baby, you won't have to fret the fact that no one else is able to do it for you. You won't have to get it to where you're resentful of the fact that you can be there for other people, but nobody can be there for you. You can be there for you too, just like you're there for other people. But you have to go within and you have to replace those things just like you do for other people. You let them express, that's you going within. And you, of course, start every negative thing they have to say. You're throwing out all this positive stuff to counter it. You need to do the same thing for you. And of course, the third part of that practicing the mindfulness is making it a point to live it. Don't have it to where you're just doing it today and then tomorrow something happens and you just get right back on that whole thing of complaining the whole doggone day, or having it to where you're angry the whole day. No. Deal with each thing in its moment and move on to make sure that you are practicing living this best life and controlling not only what you think and how you react to it, but also how you are able to heal from it and protect yourself to assure it doesn't keep happening to you over and over. You have to be mindful of your mentality as well as your actions, and make sure that your actions will line up with that mentality that you have fortified because you are aware, you have gone in, you've done your introspection, you're replacing those negative thoughts, and you're living your life to where you don't allow anything to pull you down because you deal with it right then and you move on. If other people choose to linger and hang on because they don't like the fact you were honest and you're able to move on, or you did not give into the anger and you didn't raise your voice while they were screaming, whatever. Let them be angry. Let them hang on to that if they choose. But you make sure that in that moment, you're honest in your expression. And then you immediately get to the positive side of it as well. Handle it. And then show the other opportunity that's available. And they can choose whether they want to walk away from the negativity with you gracefully, or whether they want to just walk away from the negativity and stay negative and accept that they've walked away from you as well. But yeah, just practice that mindfulness, okay? And for tip number 5, eat healthy, whole foods, okay? Eat healthy, whole foods. Naturally, with this, you should increase your water intake. Most of us don't drink the required or recommended 8 glasses of water a day. Most of us don't get in the 64 ounces of water. But as we know, if we increase our water intake, it not only will help our body to flush out those toxins that are in, but it will help us to be able to better process the good food that we are eating and be able to absorb those nutrients even better. Because, of course, we'll have a healthier platform, a cleaner slate, I would say, for the good stuff to be able to get in and stick to, instead of it piling up on the bad stuff that already has our body thrown off of whack and, is going to be expelled out because it's there on the top. So anyway, so make sure that you're drinking more water. And for those of you who are like, oh, I need to lose weight anyway, I do need to drink more water. Yes, you are correct that drinking more water not only will help you as well with losing weight, but if you have it to where you drink, it's recommended that if you drink your body weight in water, that of course you will be able to lose that. And it's not saying, you need to drink 200 pounds of water a day. No, it's just ounces. So for you, every pound of you, it's an ounce of water. So if you are, say, 200 pounds and you want to lose weight, then you would just drink 200 ounces of water a day, and they say that water will start falling off. If you are a person who is 150 pounds, then that would be you're drinking 150 ounces of water. And of course, that would equate to that 150 ounces, since it's 64 ounces for the 8 glasses, and we know it's 8 ounces in any glass anyway. So of course, say for instance, for the person who, what did I say at first, that 200? And say, for instance, the person who's trying to drink the 200 ounces, that's 25 glasses of water. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, hell no, I ain't filling up no glass of water 25 times. You don't have to, because you can just drink from the gallon, and as we know, with the gallons, that's what, like about, how many ounces are in a gallon? I definitely know it's more than the 8. I really want to say that the gallon is like maybe 112 ounces, something like that. So doing definitely 2 gallons for sure would get you over that 200 ounces. And of course, doing 1.5 gallons will definitely get you around that 150 ounces if you wanted to, drink that much water. And people are like, yeah, you do that usually for about 30 days. Drink your body weight in water for about 30 days. And that weight would have been falling off of you the whole time. Even within the first couple of days, you're going to notice the flushing, you're using it more and it being better, excretions that are coming, and, everything will be good, so definitely. And when I said that, it made me think of something else. But yes, even when you drink more water, you will be able to have better ejaculations as well. And you will be, yes, what, baby. But anyway, now the second thing under eating healthy whole foods is also going in, making sure that you're getting fruits, vegetables, leafy greens, your nuts, your grains, making sure that you're getting those every day along with any protein that you're consuming or any carbs that you're consuming, making sure that you are getting all of these other wealthy, great things that are out there too. And with summer being here, well, approaching, we have spring here now, but we have wonderful berries, we have melons. There are a lot of different fruit that are out here that are great for the plucking, and of course with all the different vegetables, you have a wealth of those as well. Not only the gourds, but you also have gourds and leafy greens. You also have the various ones like, the carrots. You have wonderful vegetables that you can go out and enjoy. A lot of different options. So many, too many to name, especially under any variety, any vegetable. There are so many different varieties. Even like if you just take kale, for example, so many different kinds of kale, and they're all good, and then you can have it to where you're making your salads that are mixing in not only your healthy greens, but even some of your vegetables, your fruit, your carbs, your protein, and then and of course, your nuts, your grains, all of that can even go in there. So make sure that you're being creative so that way you can enjoy the foods, and you can even have it to where I would say, turn into your own gourmet chef. If you want to have it to where especially if you're a person who loves fine dining, have it to where when you're making your meals and everything at home, that you even make it a point to plate it like a chef. And then that way you really will have that experience, and give it to yourself on the tray, however way you want, put the cloth on your table, however way. But I would say, just give yourself that fine dining experience so that you can enjoy these healthy whole foods on a whole other level. And then, of course, that third element that I would say here is to also, with eating healthy, we know that we have to, again, make it regular. We have to do it regularly. We can't have it to where one day we're eating just one meal a day, then the next day we've eaten 5 and 6 times. No, no. If you are going to eat 3 times a day and have snacks 3 times a day and have dessert at dinner, you need to do that every day. Otherwise, of course, just do it once a week, on a Sunday or the Saturday. Have it some kind of way where it's regular and your body will expect it. Don't have it where it's so sporadic. And of course, if you're going to have it to where you fast and you're not eating at all, definitely have it to where really, first of all, pray about it and make sure that you're getting the proper direction, and also listen to your body to make sure that you're responding and giving it what it needs to sustain that fast. But whatever period you're going to fast for, I'll just put it like this and say from my own experience, when I have fasted after praying and was directed through the prayer to fast, I didn't have any problem fasting. It didn't matter how long the fast was. My stomach, it literally would fill up just as I'm realizing I'm hungry. It's like, I don't know. But that was when I was directed to fast, not my wanting to fast and my praying and asking. So but listen to your body, definitely. But I know that they do recommend that people do not fast for more than 3 days. And of course, naturally, they say after the 3rd day, that's when, it's various trauma that your body starts experiencing and, different things. But definitely, if you are going to fast, be sure to practice a healthy fast and listen to your body so that your body may benefit from it and your spirit may be able to grow from that experience, and your relationship may be able to be strengthened with our Maker from that experience. Okay. But remember, food, this main point is that food is your fuel. Food is your friend. Food is the foundation your body needs. So never starve yourself. Never think that being someone who goes without eating or who purges themselves from food, never think that bulimia or anorexia is something that you need to pursue. It's not healthy. It's not sensible. And it is definitely not beautiful. So, and show ain't sexy, really. Like, so take better care of yourself. Take better care of yourself by giving your body what it needs and making sure that it has the food it needs, the real food. And with this, eating the right stuff on a regular basis, I guess maybe this would be a fourth one, or maybe could, just go under that second point about the types of foods. If you can get food directly from the farmers who grew them, if you can get them from a farmer's market, go there. Otherwise, yes, if the only option you have are the grocery stores that have all this GMO stuff, then maybe if you could start growing your own things. There are ways that you can even grow your own fruit and vegetables there at your own home in a very affordable way. Don't even have to buy groceries again. You literally can spend just a few $100s to get the setup done, and you would never have to buy groceries again as far as, fruit, vegetables. And if you're interested in that, you can always call 312-899-6237. 312-899-6237, or you can go to the website peoplewarmer.com, peoplewarmer.com, and you'll see the banner ads where it talks about your being able to get the healthy food and all of that, and you'll be able to get you one of those little gardens and stuff. Of course, you are also free to call again, 312-899-6237, 312-899-6237. So you can go ahead and place your order over the phone if you would like to go ahead and get that garden started. But the final tip that I would like to give you today, the sixth and final tip to improve your emotional health this May, this Mental Health Awareness Month, is to seek mental health support. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you. What I'm saying is that it's something wrong with all of us. Everybody has something wrong with them. Everybody is fucked up. But everybody can be fixed. Everybody can improve themselves. Everybody needs to face themselves and fix themselves. And part of fixing yourself is fortifying your foundation with things that'll keep your structure in place and secure. Okay? So that means you need support. You need support. No matter what level you're at, you need support. Even if you're someone who is a stone cold, joyful lunatic or sociopath, whatever, you need support. Even if you're someone who's like, oh, I'm perfectly fine, I've never even had a bad day in my life, you need support. If you're the one who's like, oh, I've gone through stuff and I've gotten over it and I'm good, you need support. If you're the one who's like, look, life is beating me down, I'll be glad when I'm dead, you need support. We all need support. So number one, if you notice any problem that you have just seems to mentally linger in your brain and you can't shake it, you can't focus on anything else, you can't let it go, I need for you to reach out to a medical professional and talk to them. They will be able to help you come to some kind of resolution so you can move beyond that situation, that thought, that moment, that thing that you just could not believe or cannot understand. They'll be able to help you. A professional can help you. And for those of you who, secondly, if you find your symptoms of whatever it is you're going through, it's increasing. Even if you're like, oh, I'm happy, babe. I'm happy every day. I'm happier now than I was before. I'm the happiest person in the world. You definitely should seek mental health support as well. Yes. You want to be able to keep that joy. Yes. Having someone that you can talk to who's able to not only, I would say, join in your celebration, but can help you even see beyond your celebration to see whether there's anything that's lingering under there, that if someone were to just come along one day and just press that, whether now your whole world will fall apart and you'll never be able to be happy again, because really you're manic. You're not really happy about everything. You're living in a fake world. So definitely talk to someone. Make sure that you are balanced. Make sure that you are in reality. Make sure that you are of sound mind. And my third recommendation here under the seeking mental health support is, I know a lot of people are like, hey, look, I would have long gone and talked to a therapist or even went straight to a psychiatrist and hope that they can, after I talk to them, prescribe me something so that way, or, just certify me insane so that way it'll be whatever. But hey, I don't have the money. Then, or even if someone is like, hey, I've always been looking for a support group, but I can't find them. I would like for you to make it a point to find the opportunities for mental health support that exist for anyone at any income level. And what that means is look for the free things, the inexpensive things, the cheap things, the things that other organizations would pay for you, things that people would be your financial sponsor on, so see whether. But of course, first things first, look for those things that are free. And you can even find there are different apps now that you can download and you can talk to a mental health professional for free. There are different websites you can go on. You can talk to mental health professionals for free. There are phone numbers that you can call. Talk to mental health professionals for free. There are support groups going on in just about definitely every major city in the United States, but even in most towns in the United States, some kind of group, even if all it is an Alcoholics Anonymous group, is the only kind of support group that's going on. For a fact it is, or Narcotics Anonymous, whatever. For a fact it's going on. They're usually going on in every single city. Usually if a town has a church, they also, in a liquor store, they also have a Narcotics Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous group that also meets, and they don't charge anything. You can come in, you can be there too. And even the good thing is about these groups is that you not only get the support you need, but you're able to share parts of your story that may help someone else. And that's you being there to support someone else, or even just being there to encourage that person. So, it's a give and take on both sides. And that's the great part about those group therapy situations. But yes, definitely seek mental health support. No matter what it is that your brain keeps being stuck on, there's help for you. No matter what it is that just seems to be increasing in your life, whether it's like, seems like, I just can't stop thinking about all of this and it's just taking me over more and more. This is taking over my life more and more. Go talk to somebody about that. And if you find that, you're always super happy and nothing gets you down, not even if someone dies and people are angry because you didn't react at the funeral the way they thought, you were like, hallelujah, thank you, Lord, that she gone on to a better place. But other people got angry because they're like, you cheering at my mama dead. So, but yeah, whatever it is, talk to someone. Even if everything is great, again, still talk to someone to confirm that everything really is great and that you're not just covering up something so that you can temporarily feel great. So definitely talk to someone. And of course, that third thing is don't let money stop you. Don't let money stop you. There is a lot of free mental health out here, mental health help out here. So definitely take advantage of it, people. So this May, this Mental Health Awareness Month, let us all have it to where when someone asks, how are you? We're able to say, doing well. And we know that mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally, we really are absolutely doing well. I love you guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. This is Goddess Sage. Here's right back at you, Walking Man. Numbers that.
Do you frequently shop online and you're looking for a new place to shop? Join the club, JeffersonTaylor.club, where models, designers, inventors, and other creators offer customers the best products at fair prices. Jefferson Taylor, JeffersonTaylor.club. Join the club. Shop today, JeffersonTaylor.club.
Your love enough. Oh, enough. In every Insta flick, she's hanging with her clique. I try to block her, but sometimes I'm weak and look at it. A smoking mirror life. She's getting high on lights. I couldn't offer her them things. I'm not that type. No. Time I try to know I've finally got your love enough. Oh, enough. I believed in love, but you're impossible, so impossible. And somewhere you lost my heart. You're so trustable. You gotta listen, girl. I guess I've had enough. Turn it off, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Yes, I've had enough. After all, trying to make it right. Yes, I've had it, done it. Every time I try to know I've finally got your love enough.
You just heard Had Enough by Kelly Engstrom featuring Jimmy Burney. Up next is Battle Hymn of the Republic, the traditional instrumental version, followed by Good Times Are Coming by L.M. Styles and On Top of the World by Cecilia Lynn featuring Lila May.
If you'd like more information on how you can be an eyelash artist, call us at 314-560-1641 or 888-585-LASH. LashingOutLoudInc.com.
Media Room 360 TV. Media Room 360 TV is a channel that has something for everyone, from world news, inspiration, programming for kids, politics, sports, technology, and entertainment. Media Room 360 TV has got you covered. Check out one of our shows today on Roku. Media Room 360 Internet Television on Roku. And if you need a speaker, head over to Media Room 360 Speakers at MediaRoom360.com. That's MediaRoom360.com.
Articulation Radio thanks you so much for listening. So head on over right now to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts on today's episode. In the meantime, we're going to keep the show rolling for you.
Are you looking for grant writers, technical writers, creative writers, academic writers, any kind of writers? Head to the Writers Consortium. Their website, writersconsortium.us, www.writersconsortium.us, the Writers Consortium, writersconsortium.us, for all of your writing needs. Think of it, they can produce it for you. They are the ghost writers to the top people.
If you are a savvy senior who's seeking a lifestyle club that's centered around you, visit sittingroom.xyz today. The Sitting Room, sittingroom.xyz, where savvy seniors socialize, get event invites, organize among themselves, as well as obtain merchandise and get engaged to create new things. The Sitting Room, sittingroom.xyz. Visit today.
it's you and me, baby. We can open every door. From the day you stole my heart, I never ever want to be apart from all the things that are you. I know our love will see us through. Don't you feel the times are coming? 'Cause I feel it so strong. I've been on hold now, baby. Don't you feel the times are coming? When it feels so right to dance in the moonlight, baby, with you. Don't you feel the times are coming? 'Cause I feel it so strong. I've been on hold on, baby. Don't you feel the times are coming? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, don't you feel the times are coming?
Weddings are expensive, but your love is worth it. Go to marryusnow.us to book the Minister of Love to officiate your wedding today. The fee is only $200 if your wedding is in the city of Chicago, and there's only a small fee to get the Minister of Love to travel outside of Chicago to your wedding location. Book the Minister of Love today. Visit marryusnow.us. That's marryusnow.us.
I got tons of soul on my true collectible. Famous, so famous, number one, desirable. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want it. Leave you with the one in the air, that's how I roll. I got tons of soul on my true collectible. Famous, so famous, number one, desirable. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want it. Leave you with the one in the air, that's how I roll. I got change to throw, I don't care about no gold. Better, so much better, flipping incredible. Always on the show, so they know that I still got it. And I never feel sorry, yeah, top of the world. Top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. Top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. Top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. Top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. When I hear him come like my fuse and then ba-bum. Later, see you later, I'm about to blow this up. You can sing or sing if you want, I know you want it. It's always kinda funny, yeah, 'cause you know I'm a superstar on the sky to lead you on. Haters gonna hate, it's a proof of how they love. They can bring me down, nah, nah, nah. They are jealous of me and my umbrella, yeah, they love me so. This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. I'm royal, top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. Top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. Top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. Top of the world. Yeah, top of the world.
Want to buy stocks, jewels, real estate, or other high-end items? Would you love to be able to contribute to charitable initiatives but cannot do these things with the money you currently have? Join Regal City Investment and Social Club, where you can pool money each month with other investors to make major purchases, give to the needy, and possibly turn a profit. www.regalcity.xyz. Become a Regal citizen today by joining Regal City Investment and Social Club. regalcity.xyz.
My people, my fam, my folks, I thank you so much. We all here at Articulation Radio, thank you so much for tuning in today and making us a part of what it is that you do. We encourage you to go over to our website, articulationmedia.club, and let us know not only what you think about today's episode, but make sure that your music, your interview, and your ad all take place right here on this station, Articulation Radio. Go to articulationmedia.club right now and hook yourself up. Make sure that you do that so you can hook other people up. But be sure to tune in again on Articulation Radio. We'll catch you again soon. And in the meantime, you already know, keep being a doer, keep being a move maker, and keep making things happen.
Articulation. 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 Articulation.